107 minutes commercial-free at lunch.
I'm in love with the shape of you.
107 minutes commercial-free for the drive home.
Baby, I don't need dollar bills to have fun tonight.
DC's best music mix. Mix 107.3.
The International Gem and Jewelry Show opens for 3 days only, this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Fine jewelry, loose gems, bracelets, watches, rings, necklaces, beads, fashion accessories, and more.
Holiday prices sparkle Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Dulles Expo Center.
Good morning, America. Breaking news as we come on the air. The Walt Disney Company acquiring a huge part of 21st Century Fox, a massive move that could transform the entertainment industry, now owning movies and shows like Avatar and The Simpsons.
That's it. I'm not listening to another word.
Will the X-Men join the Avengers?
How do we do this?
As a team.
We'll have what it means for you. Disney CEO Bob Iger standing by live this morning.
1-2 punch. Snow from the Midwest to the Northeast, creating a messy commute for millions this morning. These cars sliding off the road. And now another blast of Arctic air moving in. Wind chills plunging, single digits across the Northeast. Overnight, Harvey Weinstein responding to those accusations from Salma Hayek, the actress calling him a monster in a powerful new essay, saying he threatened her life. And now the wave continues to grow. Two top figures in the entertainment industry facing new sexual misconduct allegations.
Omarosa has to go. You're fired.
ABC News exclusive. Omarosa out at the White House. Multiple sources telling ABC News the former Apprentice star was fired, escorted off White House grounds. What really happened? She's here live telling her side of the story only on GMA.
Live in Times Square, this is GMA with Robin Roberts, George Stephanopoulos, and Michael Strahan.
And good morning, America. Boy, we have a lot of breaking news this Thursday morning. And Michael, you've got that exclusive interview. We see Omarosa right there with President Trump. There they are together. She is now out of the White House. You've got that exclusive interview coming up.
Yes, I do. Can't wait to talk to her, see why she's leaving the White House. And she's heard, I'm fired 3 times from President Trump. Did she hear it a 4th?
We'll find out.
We'll find out.
Well, but first, we're going to begin with that breaking news. The blockbuster Disney deal, the parent company of ABC buying many of the assets of 21st Century Fox, creating an entertainment giant. ABC's chief business and economics correspondent Rebecca Jarvis is here. Give us those details, Rebecca.
This is a major deal. Good morning, Robin. Yes, for major deal for Disney and 21st Century Fox, as well as consumers. The new combined company will include Fox's movie and TV studios and cable networks, and together the two companies will have 46 million subscribers around the world. This morning, a game-changing deal in the entertainment industry. The Walt Disney Company, which owns ABC News and is home to family-friendly hits like Frozen,
Let it go, let it go.
Pirates of the Caribbean,
There's a witch and a pirate in my shop. Well, it's your lucky day.
and Coco,
I'm turning into a skeleton.
What?
Cue the music.
acquiring 21st Century Fox's movie and TV empire, which includes edgier assets like FX, Nat Geo, and a number of top-rated comic book franchises. For Star Wars lovers, the deal means bringing all the episodes under one roof. Superhero fans can look forward to potential reunions, like Fox's X-Men and the Fantastic Four, with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It also gives Disney a majority stake in popular streaming service Hulu, and will add shows like The Simpsons and classic films like The Sound of Music to Disney's library. Just as the company lays the groundwork to launch its own streaming platform in 2019 and pull content from Netflix. The mastermind behind the union, Disney CEO Bob Iger, who since taking over in 2005 has expanded the company's theme parks, opening Shanghai Disney Resort, and acquired popular creators like Pixar, Lucasfilm, and Marvel. While there's been recent speculation of Iger running for president, it looks like for now he'll have his hands full with this new entertainment juggernaut.
Meantime, Fox News channels like Fox News and Fox Business, as well as Fox Sports, are not part of the deal. They will be offered to existing Fox shareholders in a new company. And like all acquisitions, this one is still subject to regulatory approval. But you can't understate the significance of this to consumers in the entertainment industry.
Absolutely. And a lot of questions for the man in charge, Disney CEO Bob Iger. He joins us now. Bob, thanks for joining us this morning. $52.4 billion, according to the press release. That is a huge bet. Why are you making it?
Well, we're making it because this gives us the ability to marry the great content of Fox with the great content of Disney. It gives us a much larger international footprint, and it enables us to use cutting-edge technology to reach consumers in far more compelling ways. And we know how important that is in today's world.
Explain that cutting-edge technology. What difference is this going to make to everyone at home watching?
Well, I think it's pretty clear today that consumers want access to entertainment, one, that is high quality, but two, they want access pretty much anywhere, anytime, anyhow. And it requires new technology to be able to deliver it in that fashion. Hulu certainly provides that, so the controlling stake in Hulu that we will acquire with this acquisition is one way to provide that. Another is the Fox international footprint has some extremely high-end technology to deliver all this content to consumers in more modern ways. Sky in Europe is a good example of that, Star India another one. And so to the consumer, not only will they be getting more great content, high quality content, but they'll be getting it in ways that they demand, innovative ways that today's consumer requires really in terms of increasing in their consumption and enjoying their consumption of entertainment.
So is it fair to think of this as Disney becoming a new Netflix?
Well, we've been in the process of launching a direct-to-consumer service. It's one of the primary priorities of the company right now, to give us the ability to reach consumers directly. And we're going to launch an ESPN direct service in 2018 and a Disney-branded service in 2019. This clearly will jumpstart those efforts, give us more content, more producing capabilities for those services. And we're not really looking to necessarily reach the scale of Netflix quickly, but we certainly aim to be an able competitor to theirs. But more importantly, we believe that this is the way of the future, to be able to reach consumers directly. There's clearly a value proposition associated with that, but it's also something that consumers want, because in doing so, you can tailor the offering to consumers in far more customized ways, more personalized ways.
You're talking about a lot of changes coming in the future. You were supposed to leave this position in 2019. You're going to stay now?
I am going to stay till the end of 2021. You know, I've got one of the greatest jobs in the world. I've enjoyed doing it for 12 years, and this combination makes it even more exciting, and I'm looking forward to the future at Disney.
You just can't quit Disney. I think this is the third time you were supposed to go.
I think I lost track.
Well, and I have to ask
I like
you,
Good Morning America so much that I want to stay involved with all of you.
Well, we appreciate that. I have to ask, as you know, there's been a lot of speculation about the possibility of a future in politics for you, even a run for president in 2020. So that's off the table.
Well, I hadn't made any decisions about what my future was going to be, but as I said, I enjoy this job immensely, and I'm looking forward to doing it for a few more years.
Okay, let me ask you.
That was a political response.
Yeah.
That was not a confirmation nor a denial about your political aspirations.
Well, but it's after 2020.
Okay, all right.
I'm sticking around to the end of 2021, so you do the math.
Let me ask you about the Murdochs. This is a big sale for them as well. Why do you think they wanted to make the deal with Disney?
Well, I have a lot of respect for Rupert Murdoch and what he's been able to build that company over the years. And he and I were musing at some point this summer about the industry and the need to reach consumers in the ways that I described, and the disruptive forces that we both witnessed in our time in this business. And after some musing, it seemed to me that there might be an opportunity to put our companies together and to create something that's even better than the two that were separate companies. And so I think he viewed this as not only good for the assets that he had built, but good for the shareholders of his company. They'll be getting shares of Disney. Shareholders of 21st Century Fox will own roughly 24–25% of Disney. And when you look at that combination and the value of of that currency, the Disney 21st Century Fox currency, I think from a shareholder perspective, is very compelling. I think he was excited by the possibilities that this combined company could deliver and excited by the value creating possibilities as well.
How about his sons? They've been playing major roles in the Fox Corporation. Is James Murdoch going to be coming to Disney?
They'll be announcing, or they are announcing, some plans of their own right now. James and I will be talking over the next number of months. He's going to be integral to the integration process, and he and I will be discussing whether there's a role for him or not at our company.
Well, one final question. We've all seen the government pushing back against this Time Warner AT&T deal. Expecting any resistance to this merger?
Well, this is a different kind of merger than theirs. I won't comment necessarily on theirs, but we're hoping that the government takes a look at this from a consumer point of view. And what we are aiming to do, as I discussed, is create more high-quality content, really on a global basis, and to deliver it to consumers in more exciting ways, in ways that they demand, in ways that they deserve. And so we believe that from a regulatory perspective, while it will go through a considerable amount of scrutiny globally, that this should be viewed as a positive combination from a consumer perspective, and because of that, we think the regulators will, we hope the regulators will look at it kindly.
Bob Iger, thanks very much. Congratulations.
And I had to say, Bob, whether
Thanks,
it's the
George.
parks or it's this kind of deal, that the consumer, that's at the forefront of all your thoughts, majority.
It is. You know, when you think about Disney and you think about the things that we've made under the Disney brand, and Pixar and Marvel and Lucasfilm and Star Wars, and by the way, that movie is coming out today, so we're pretty excited about that as well. And you add to that those great assets at Fox, at their studio, including Avatar, as for instance, or on their television side, FX and Fox Studios and the great shows that they've created. And you look at National Geographic, you know, very, very powerful and from a consumer perspective, a very, very attractive brand and product. And you add to that the global footprint. You know, we think that from a global consumer perspective, this will be an incredible company and will serve consumers really well.
Thanks for joining us this morning, Bob.
Thank you, Bob.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Great news about the merger and the fact that he's going to be staying on to 2021 to run this company. Now to that blast of winter weather, a fast-moving system is bringing snow from Minnesota to New England overnight, even right here in Times Square. ABC's Eva Pilgrim is on the road in Bridgeport, Connecticut, as drivers start a messy morning commute. Good morning, Eva.
Good morning, Robin. It is cold outside. Overnight snow turning into an icy mess, making for a slick drive for millions here in Bridgeport, Connecticut. You can see the snow is coming down here this morning, and that snow is covering the roads. The roads are wet. Now, this is the same frigid weather system that hit the Midwest. Snow quickly piling up there. The wind's making it tough for plows to keep up. Whiteout conditions blinding drivers, cars and buses slipping and sliding on slick, snow-covered roads. Semi-trucks slipping over, piling up. On one Michigan highway, multiple big rigs crashed, backing up traffic for miles, eventually shutting down the road. And guys, while the roads may look somewhat clear this morning, we on our way here saw a semi-truck flipped over. It's a good reminder that even if they look clear in these temperatures, you have to be careful when you drive. Robin?
Very good reminder there, Eva. Thank you. Be careful out there, everybody.
Well, you see Eva out there in the snow. We got that snow, but we've also got that frigid cold. And now there are winter weather alerts from the Midwest to the Northeast this morning, and Rob is outside to give us the latest. Good morning, Rob. How you doing out there?
Well, you know, it is the season for snow, but that novelty wears off real quick when you got to scrape it off your windshield, dig out the car, and drive in this stuff. And we've seen some accidents, as Eva has said, and across parts of western New York, over 2 feet of snow falling just north of Erie, Pennsylvania. And those bitterly cold temperatures, that's what you mentioned, that Arctic air in place, and it's really not going away anywhere. We've got wind chills today, and tonight will be in the single numbers and teens from Boston to D.C., and similar numbers during the day tomorrow morning. So winter is here, it looks like, to stay. We'll have another update with another potential snow in about 10 minutes. Michael?
All right, Rob, get back inside and to your next hit.
We're going to go to Washington now, and the latest in that tax deal that's going to impact every American. Republican leaders say they have an agreement, pushing hard for a final vote before Christmas. And our senior congressional correspondent, Mary Bruce, is tracking the details on Capitol Hill. Good morning, Mary.
Good morning, George. Well, Republicans say they are on the verge of victory on tax reform. They've reached a deal in principle. And now, with the holiday just around the corner, the president is promising more money is coming to your wallet.
If Congress
sends me a bill before Christmas, the IRS, this is just out, this is breaking news, has just confirmed that Americans will see lower taxes and bigger paychecks beginning in February.
Republicans this morning are scrambling to push their tax bill over the finish line. Here are the changes they've agreed to. For the wealthiest Americans, the top tax rate drops from 39% to 37%. For big business, the corporate tax rate is slashed from 35% to 21%. And the mortgage interest deduction is capped at $750,000. Are you close to a deal?
So it feels very close to an agreement.
Republicans are also overturning a key component of Obamacare, doing away with the mandate that all Americans have insurance. But that could leave 13 million more Americans uninsured over the next decade. Republicans insist relief is coming for the middle class. The bill will likely expand the child tax credit and double the standard deduction. But critics argue the wealthy will benefit most.
Who would have thought they could have made the bill even less favorable to the middle class and more slanted towards the wealthy?
Now, as for the president's promise that more money is coming to your pocket soon, the IRS tells us that Americans who are likely to benefit from these changes could see less money withheld from their paychecks starting as soon as February. George.
If this passes next week, Mayor Bruce, thanks very much. Robin?
All right, George, we're going to now to a new wave of sexual harassment allegations, upending the entertainment world as the Harvey Weinstein effect spreads from movies to music and radio. ABC's Lindsay Davis is here with all these details for us. Good morning, Lindsay.
Good morning to you, Robin. PBS now says they will no longer be distributing Tavis Smiley's talk show, citing multiple allegations of sexual misconduct uncovered by a recent investigation into the late-night talk show host's behavior. Smiley, however, emphatically denied all the allegations on his show last night.
I have never groped, inappropriately exposed myself, or coerced any colleague in the workplace ever in my 30-year career.
Smiley says PBS never informed him they were launching an investigation.
And now this continues to go. We hear new allegations against Russell Simmons.
That's right. Just last night, we heard from 3 people who came against the Def Jam co-founder, saying now that he raped them. Now, these allegations follow 2 other women who came forward last month accusing Simmons of sexual harassment. In a statement, Simmons said, "I vehemently deny all these allegations. These horrific accusations have shocked me to my core, and all of my relations have been consensual."
And she really opens up here when we talk about Salma Hayek in her op-ed. And that's really what has brought this conversation back to Hollywood.
Exactly. Salma Hayek says that in her own experience with Harvey Weinstein, she wrote, "For years, he was my monster." Hayek writes about a laundry list of situations with Weinstein where she says she had to say no. Quote, "No to opening the door to him at all hours of the night, hotel after hotel, location after location, where he would show up unexpectedly. No to me taking a shower with him. No to letting him watch me take a shower. No to letting him give me a massage." She goes on to write, "The range of his persuasion tactics went from him sweet-talking me to that one time when, in an act of fury, he said the terrifying words, 'I will kill you. Don't think I can't.'" Now, a spokesperson for Weinstein said all of the sexual allegations as portrayed by Salma are not accurate, and others who witnessed the events have a different account of what transpired. And Weinstein has maintained that he denies any allegations of non-consensual sex. Robert.
Every day a new story.
New one.
Those are strong allegations right there. All right, thank you, Lindsay. Rob, what you got? More snow.
Here's the positive side of the snow. Knee-deep powder in Stowe, Vermont. Cut tracks there in December. They'll take it. Another couple of pulses of snow coming with that cold air in place. Nothing major, but enough to put down more snow in Michigan. They got a lot already. That said, here are your sunny cities, brought to you by Target.
We did it! Just in time for the holidays. Hey, Google, turn on the Christmas tree. When does the family get here? They're already here. This house is for you. Us? All of us. To be together.
I love you, man.
It's just missing one thing.
A few early morning flurries and some isolated slick patches north and west of D.C. Our temperature starting out not quite as low as yesterday, still hovering around freezing. By late morning, 37, and then up to a high temperature today of 40 to 41 degrees with still a little bit of wind out of the northwest. Now, tomorrow late, there could be some more snow showers. St. Mary's, Calvert County, you'll watch for this as we get into the evening hours because it could lead to some more isolated